Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you all today as we kick off our session on organizational behavior. Today's focus is on understanding people at work, a crucial aspect of effective management and teamwork. My name is your name, and I'll be guiding you through this presentation. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore key concepts that help us better understand human behavior in organizational settings. We'll look at what influences workplace behavior, motivation, communication, and how to create a positive work environment. So, let's dive in and discover how understanding people can make us better at what we do. Let's take a closer look at what organizational behavior, or OB, really is. Essentially, it's the study of how people behave within organizational settings. Think of it as trying to understand what motivates employees, how they interact with each other, and what influences their actions at work. The main purpose of OB is to help us better understand these behaviors so we can predict how people might act in different situations. But more than just understanding, we want to be able to influence that behavior in positive ways. Why is this important? Well, by understanding and predicting employee actions, organizations can improve their overall effectiveness. When we know what drives people, we can create a work environment that supports productivity, engagement, and success for everyone involved. So, as we move through this presentation, keep in mind that the core idea of OB is about understanding human behavior in the workplace to help organizations thrive. Let's take a moment to explore why organizational behavior, or OB, is so vital in today's workplaces. First off, it plays a crucial role in improving productivity and satisfaction. When we understand how people behave at work, we can create environments where employees feel more engaged and motivated, which naturally boosts overall performance. Next, OB enhances leadership and communication. Strong leaders who understand organizational behavior are better equipped to connect with their teams and communicate effectively, fostering clarity and trust. This is essential, especially when guiding teams through change or challenges. Speaking of teamwork, OB also promotes it. By studying how individuals interact and collaborate, we can develop strategies that encourage cooperation and reduce conflicts. This leads to more cohesive and high-functioning teams. Another key point is how OB helps manage organizational change. Change can be difficult, but with insights from OB, leaders can better anticipate reactions, address concerns, and facilitate smoother transitions. And finally, OB is instrumental in conflict resolution. Understanding the underlying causes of conflicts enables us to address issues more constructively, creating a healthier workplace environment. All these aspects highlight how organizational behavior is not just a theoretical concept, but a practical tool that ties directly into the overall success and health of an organization. Now, let's take a closer look at the key elements of organizational behavior, or OB as we often call it. First, we have individuals. This refers to the people within an organization, their attitudes, personalities, and behaviors. Understanding individuals helps us see how their unique qualities influence the workplace. Next, we move to groups. These are the teams and social units that form within the organization. Group dynamics, communication, and teamwork are critical here because they directly impact productivity and morale. Finally, we have organizational systems. This encompasses the structures, policies, and culture that shape how work gets done. These systems influence everything from decision-making processes to overall organizational effectiveness. Connecting these points to our broader theme, recognizing that OB focuses on these three elements helps us better understand how organizations function and how we can manage change, improve performance, and foster a positive work environment at every level. Now, let's take a closer look at individual behavior, which is a crucial aspect of understanding workplace dynamics. When we talk about individual behavior, we're really referring to the unique ways each person acts and reacts in a work environment. At the core of this are personality and values. These shape how someone approaches their tasks and interacts with others. For example, someone with a highly conscientious personality might be very detail-oriented, while another with a more outgoing personality may thrive in team settings. Motivation also plays a key role here. It drives people to perform, to set goals, and to persist through challenges. Understanding what motivates employees can help us foster a more engaged and productive workforce. Perception, on the other hand, influences how individuals interpret their experiences and the workplace culture. Two people might see the same situation very differently, which can impact their reactions and attitudes. Speaking of attitudes, these are the feelings or opinions people hold about their jobs, colleagues, and even management. Positive attitudes often lead to higher job satisfaction, which is the overall contentment someone feels about their work. When employees are satisfied, they tend to be more committed, motivated, and productive. All of these elements, personality, motivation, perception, attitudes, and satisfaction, are interconnected. They shape individual behavior and, ultimately, influence the overall health and effectiveness of an organization. Recognizing and understanding these factors helps us create a work environment where people can thrive and perform at their best. Now, let's turn our attention to group behavior, which is a crucial aspect of understanding team dynamics. When we talk about team dynamics, we're really exploring how individuals interact within a group, how they influence each other, collaborate, and sometimes face challenges. Leadership styles play a significant role here, shaping how the team functions and how motivated members feel. For example, some leaders are very directive, while others adopt a more participative approach. The style chosen can really impact communication and overall team morale. Speaking of communication, it's the backbone of effective teamwork. Clear, open, and honest exchanges help prevent misunderstandings and build trust among team members. When communication flows well, conflicts are less likely to escalate unnecessarily. But conflicts are inevitable in any group setting. That's where negotiation skills come into play, being able to address disagreements constructively, find common ground, and resolve issues without damaging relationships. Finally, we can't ignore power and politics within groups. Understanding how influence is wielded, who holds authority, and how informal networks operate helps us navigate organizational dynamics more effectively. Recognizing these elements allows us to foster a more collaborative environment and achieve our collective goals. All of these components, team dynamics, leadership, communication, conflict resolution, and power, interconnect and are essential for creating a high-performing, cohesive team. They remind us that understanding human behavior within groups is key to leadership success and organizational effectiveness. Now, let's dive into the organizational level, which is fundamental to understanding how a company functions and adapts. First, we have the organizational structure, which essentially defines how tasks are divided and coordinated across teams. It shapes the flow of information and authority, influencing overall efficiency. Next is culture. This is the shared set of values, beliefs, and behaviors that create the unique personality of an organization. A strong culture can motivate employees and foster a sense of identity. Decision-making is another key point. It determines who makes choices and how those choices are communicated. Whether decisions are centralized or decentralized can significantly impact agility and innovation. Moving on, organizational change is about how companies evolve in response to internal or external pressures. Adaptability here can be the difference between thriving and falling behind. Finally, development strategies focus on how organizations grow and improve over time. This includes investing in skills, processes, and structures that support long-term success. All of these elements are interconnected and play a crucial role in shaping the overall health and resilience of an organization, aligning closely with our broader theme of effective management and strategic agility. Now, as we look at Slide 8, I want to highlight the different disciplines that influence organizational behavior. These fields provide the foundational perspectives that help us understand human behavior in organizational settings. First up is psychology. Psychology focuses on individual behavior, motivation, perception, and personality. It helps us understand why people act the way they do and how we can influence their actions positively. Next is sociology. Sociology looks at group dynamics, social structures, and how societal influences shape behavior within organizations. It's essential for understanding team interactions and organizational culture. Then we have anthropology. Anthropology examines the cultural aspects of organizations, emphasizing the importance of understanding diverse backgrounds, values, and norms that influence behavior across different cultures. Economics also plays a role by analyzing decision-making processes, incentives, and resource allocation. It helps us understand how economic factors impact individual and organizational choices. Finally, management itself contributes by integrating these disciplines into practical strategies for leading and organizing people effectively. All these disciplines together give us a comprehensive view of organizational behavior. They help us understand the complex interplay of individual, social, cultural, and economic factors that influence how organizations function. This interdisciplinary approach is key to developing better management practices and creating healthier workplaces. Now, let's look at some real-world applications where these concepts truly come to life. First up, employee engagement programs. These initiatives are all about making sure employees feel connected, valued, and motivated in their roles. When done right, they boost productivity and foster a positive work environment. Next, leadership development plays a crucial role. Building strong leaders helps guide teams through change and challenges, ensuring the organization stays resilient and forward-thinking. It's about investing in people who can inspire and drive the company's vision. Organizational change management is another key area. As businesses evolve, whether through technology, market shifts, or internal restructuring, effective change management ensures a smooth transition, minimizing disruption and maintaining morale. Finally, performance appraisal systems. These are more than just evaluations, they're opportunities for growth. When aligned properly, they help employees understand expectations and identify areas for development, which in turn enhances overall organizational performance. Connecting all these points, the common thread is that applying these strategies thoughtfully leads to a more dynamic, adaptable, and engaged organization, something that ties back to our overall theme of strategic human resource management. As we come to the conclusion, I want to emphasize that organizational behavior, or OB, really plays a crucial role in helping organizations create better workplaces. When we understand and apply OB principles, we can foster environments where employees feel more engaged, motivated, and valued. This, in turn, leads to improved overall performance for the organization. It's important to recognize that OB isn't just a nice-to-have. It's essential for managing effectively in today's complex and dynamic business landscape. Modern organizations need leaders who understand human behavior and can leverage that understanding to drive success. By focusing on these key areas, organizations can not only enhance individual and team performance, but also build a stronger, more adaptable organization. So, in essence, embracing OB is about creating workplaces where both people and the organization can thrive. All right, now we've reached the final slide, which is our Q&A section. This is your chance to ask any questions you might have about what we've covered today. No matter how big or small, I'm happy to clarify or go into more detail. Remember, the goal here is to make sure everything is clear and that you leave with a solid understanding. So, if something wasn't completely clear earlier, now's the time to ask. This part really ties everything together, because it allows us to address any lingering questions and reinforce the key points. And as we've seen throughout the presentation, understanding these concepts is crucial for applying them effectively. So please, don't hesitate, ask away, and let's have a productive discussion. Thank you all for your attention, and I look forward to your questions.